Morning. It's a bit chilly. Hi guys, a bit chilly. I haven't actually managed to tell everyone that we're live as usual. How we going? How we go? Last night was funny, wasn't it? Last night, and Salvatore sent me some great songs. Great songs. I do want to just message people know that we're live. I actually had, guys, seriously, I sent Mike Stone a message on one of my videos. I actually had a reply from Mike Stone, and it said, I accept it with love and light. I sent him this video. Now that video is called Elvis Presley defending Stalkers tried to stop us defending. Well, that is a massive topic at the moment. So the reason I sent him that is because there's a section in it where I talk about him, his wrongdoing, and what we as fans, I think, would like him to do. Yeah, because my biggest thing with Mike Stone is he should show regret and say sorry. They're the two things I want from him. But of course, it's 50 years ago. So do I think he should be punished for what happened 50 years ago? No, definitely not. He's an old man now. He's suffered enough. I really believe that. So I'm not attacking Mike Stone, but I do have strong views about his wrongdoing, about Priscilla's wrongdoing. I'm very upset with what Mike Stone and Priscilla did. Very, very upset. But I'm also, I think, fair enough to say he's in his 80s. Enough is enough. Let's let it go. All we want is this apology and some regret. So I was actually surprised he replied, actually. I actually say to him, that I send the message with love. Remember, we defend from love. We defend from kindness. I'm going to show you the message, guys. And then I say to him, thank you, I'm not a hater. I don't know if you know this. I've asked Joe at Rare Elvis Photos, who's done an interview with him, done part 1. I have asked Joe to ask him 2 questions. Does he regret it? Is he going to say sorry? These are so Joe, in case you're watching me, Joe from Rare Elvis Photos, obviously you guys know that I massively respect Joe. Joe, to me at the moment, he's doing an amazing job. You go and look at Joe's channels at Rare Elvis Photos now. You see the stuff that he's doing, not just the book reading, the people that he's interviewing. He's like really impressing me every day. Joe, in case you do watch me, I know Joe does watch us and he does join our show sometimes. He does go on our Facebook as well. I'm very impressed. I'm very, very impressed with Joe. If I have a role model who to aspire to, Joe is up there. Joe is up there. Of course, Hidden Minds as well. But Joe, I tell you what, he's blown it out of the ballpark. How do you guys say it? He's blowing it out of the park at the moment, Joe is. So, anyway, that's enough of me kissing Joe's ass. Hi, Denise. You okay? So we got Karen and Songbird and Elizabeth, Debbie and Jean. A lot of you have sent me such really nice comments in the last few days. Thanks, all of you. Thank you. Tony, you're here with us. Tony, you found Tony. I wanted to show you something. Tony, are you there? You messaged me about adding you on Instagram. Are you there? Let's just let Tony answer. You messaged me about adding you on Instagram. Let's just see if Tony is there. Hi, Isa. You okay? I think Tony might have gone, but Tony, in case you can hear me, she asked me to put her on Instagram, which is great. But I have gone on there to try and add you, but I've sent you a request. So Tony said that she'd sent me a request, but it's not coming up. It shows that I've sent her a request. So anyway, Tony, that's for you. Now, Salvatore, he's so funny. Last night, Salvatore was on a mission. And he said, I'm going to play it for you because it was so funny. It's a shame he's not here, but I'll just play one of the things he sent me. Quite a few different things he sent me. One of them was Let It Be, which is one of my favorites. Hi, Yisa. What is it late? What time is it, Yisa, where you are? But one of the things that Salvatore sent me was he was doing a song and his belt falls off, and then a couple of the fans start grabbing him and pulling him and dancing and spinning him round. I just thought it's hilarious. I'm going to play it for you guys. So it's 3:44 a.m. in Chicago, still waiting on the pot of coffee. Yes, we have our coffees. Hi, Jean. Hope you're well. Thank you for your lovely messages. You know, I was reading a few comments. Someone messaged me, and how can I say it? A couple of you guys messaged me saying, "Oh, do you know they're talking about you on a certain channel?" So because I thought I'm going to go and have a look, yeah, and you guys were there sticking up for me. There was one in particular. She was called. Oh, what was her name? Because I wanted to thank her. Obviously, we got the usual trolls, you know, like Rainbow, people like that have just got it in for me. But who was the person sticking up for me that I was really pleased they were sticking up for me? Oh, Southern Girl, I think it was. Oh, I'm going to make the effort and just say her name. Because there's a few of you, but she really went out of her way to stick up for me. I was laughing at the comments though. Yeah, our Songbird was so good last night. Songbird, we loved your show. We loved it. Like you and Salvatore last night, we loved it. I just want to give a special thank you to this person that went out of her way to defend Team Elvis and me. I just thought that was so kind. So let me just find the it was on I'm not going to mention the names of the site because I just don't want to, but let's have a look. We got a couple of interesting topics today, guys. I had two very, very good emails last night. One from Linda concerning, well, I'd rather read it to you, but one is from Linda. She was talking about Elvis's medical history and why she thinks Elvis needed medication. Linda, are you not there yet, are you? Yeah, Tony, I was just saying, you have to accept my Instagram friend request. So I have sent it you. Have you got that, Tony? Have you got that? Because I know you messaged me about it. Sorry, guys. I've always got a bad throat. Oh, right. She was singing to you after the live. Ah, that's so cool. That's so cool. She's just brilliant, isn't she? Helen is just brilliant. So let me just find this person that was... Guys, I honestly, if you guys, when people badmouth me, if you want to go and stick up for me, that does mean a lot because they shouldn't be allowed to get away with it because the way they talk about me is disgusting. So please do. Please defend me. Yeah. I give you permission, guys. Right. I would defend any one of you. If anyone badmouths any of you guys, I will be there in a shot. defending you. Right. So someone messaged me. Thank you very much for the message, telling me, oh, you do know they're all talking about you. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to have a little look. Oh, it might have been deleted, so I can't find it now. But there was one person who was so kind and was defending me. I just thought, how nice. This rainbow character has just got it in for me. She's like, I'm the devil type thing, which is ridiculous. Right. Southern Girl 9941. Thank you. Southern Girl 9941. Thank you so much. If you watch, well, you do watch our show. I'm very grateful. You'll defend. There's a few others defending me as well, but she really went out of her way to defend. She did. She so kind, so kind. Yeah, and so sorry, my throat is there. So what I'm going to do, I am going to discuss this defending stuff at the end. But I am determined. I don't want our shows to become just about rude people. I want us to. We are defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. So today, we are going to discuss the mini biography of Priscilla, which I've been putting off. Oh, hi, God. Give us your name. Right, so definitely we're going to do the mini biography of Priscilla. It was Linda sent me some medical information, why she thinks Elvis needed prescribed medication. So I want to do chapter 2 on this book, and then the other, which I'm not sure if all of you are going to be glad about, but one of you sent me a very, very detailed email about why this book is not true. Now, obviously with Desiree, with Lucy, Dari, the author, who has been in touch with us, and Kathy's been helping us on this book. Now, my attitude to you guys is I want you guys to decide whether you believe it or not, or if you're just not interested. I also completely respect Joe from Rare Elvis Photos and his views. Yeah, I think Joe has done some very decent, well-researched, hard work into whether or not this book is true. And Joe has always said, you decide. You decide. Yeah. So if anything, Joe reading this book has made me respect him more, because he really does take the time to scrutinize every single part of this book, including the interviews that he's done with Dari, with Desiree. And so I'm going to read out this very detailed email that one of you guys sent me. I'm really sorry, I can't remember who it's from. But I'm going to read it. So we got a few things to do today. Now, these 2 emails are going to be done on separate live streams today. So we're going to do 3 live streams. This morning's live stream is going to be about Priscilla. It's also going to be about, at the end of the Priscilla talk, we're going to discuss Team Elvis and how I think, do you know what? I'm going to let it just come to me. We're going to discuss what we are, how we are. Now, someone said, oh, Louis, you're the leader and all that. No, I'm no leader. We lead together. Please remember that. We lead together. I don't stand there thinking, oh, look at me, I'm the leader, whatever I say goes. I don't do that. We lead together. Yeah. And I welcome all different opinions. I welcome them. If people want to disagree with me, have different views than me, great. What I don't welcome is rudeness, where people are trying to force their opinions on us and they're upset with us if we don't agree. I don't welcome that. I also don't welcome if someone has just literally got it in for me. They just literally have got it in for me. People like Rainbow, yeah? People like Satnin and people like Valvis, you know, those types, Nadia, those types. If they just got it in for me, then of course they're not welcome. Of course they're not welcome. I'm going to block them. Yeah, there's many others. I still say this: the amount of people that we've blocked is less than 10 people. Unfortunately, we have had to block a couple of people lately, yesterday, just for being rude and disloyal. You know, people that literally are insulting, just insulting me just for the sake of it. You know, it's a shame. It's a shame because I do hate blocking people. I will only block rude people. Remember that, rude people. I don't mind being disagreed with. I don't mind debate. I don't mind different of opinions. But I won't have other people's opinions forced on us. Yeah. So if someone's got an opinion, like I'll give you an example. Riley. There was a bit of a wave of people, thousands of Elvis fans that were just against Riley and felt that Riley was not defending her grandfather. Now, I completely disagree with that opinion. I completely there is a wave of fans that think good fans should only support Elvis and Lisa Marie. Now, I don't agree with that. 100%. If we are Elvis fans, in my opinion, that we should fully support Elvis, Lisa Marie, Riley, Finley, Harper. We should fully support them. Yeah. And of course, now that the book From Here to the Great Unknown has been out a little while now, it really reminds us why we have to defend the whole bloodline. And I've said it again and again, that Riley's way of defending her mother, her grandfather, was finishing this book, promoting this book, leaving the details in this book that are not nice to hear. The sexual abuse allegations, Michael Edwards alleged. Talking about Priscilla, her grandmother, in this book. This is how Riley defends, doing the world tour, the book tour, doing these recent interviews she's done. This is how Riley defends her mother and her grandfather. So, of course, yes, I do. If people are in the camp of we only support Elvis and Lisa, and Riley has betrayed her mother, her grandfather, we're going to disagree, 100%. This is one of the big reasons why people get a bit nasty to us and go off and call us names. I think Rainbow is a classic example of someone who doesn't want to support Riley and the twins. She just wants to support just Elvis and Lisa. And if we don't agree with her, she goes off, calls us names. This is why I called her out on that show the other day, because I don't accept the bullying that she's doing. But anyway, the other thing I've noticed is people will come on here with very strong views. Now, of course they do. We're a Defending Elvis channel. Some people will say things like, oh, we should just talk about the music. We should just talk about the movies. We should just talk about how amazing Elvis was. Look, he's on behind me now, yeah? And of course we talk about the music and the movies and the good stuff. But we're called Defending Elvis. So we're going to bring up topics that get close to the knuckle. There's so many different topics, isn't there? We could go on and on. If you look at my live streams, we have discussed hundreds of topics, not just Priscilla, hundreds of topics. In fact, today's 2 topics are nothing to do with Priscilla, are they? Yeah. Last night we did a bit of a sing-song. Yesterday we did this book, Last Train to Memphis. Yeah. And we also did another chapter of this book. Has nothing to do with Priscilla. So when people say, oh, all they ever do is Priscilla videos. No, we don't. Oh, actually, we read a chapter of this as well, didn't we? Priscilla's not in that. So when people go, oh, it's just Priscilla, Priscilla, Priscilla. No, it isn't. So I do think, guys, that you know, we run Defending Elvis. Yeah, I do think it's acceptable to me, for me to think that the people that we have as subscribers, as members, are loyal to me, to Team Elvis. I do think that is not too much to ask. So if people are joining us and secretly behind our backs calling me names or Team Elvis names, well, that's just wrong. Yeah, that's just wrong. Especially if they're being friendly here on the live stream every day. Remember, day in, day out, we do live streams, 3 a day. We're all chatting like best mates. I think I'm very polite and courteous and respectful and kind to Team Elvis. I really do. Yeah. So if secretly they're calling us names behind our back, come on. That ain't right. That ain't right. That's two-faced. So to the 2 people that I blocked, you're very two-faced. It's a shame. I won't say your names because I'm not that mean. I'm not that mean. Right. So what I want to do, guys, is start reading the Priscilla thing. I want to warm up my coffee as well. Okay. So where are we? We need... Now, this was sent to me by someone, so I thank you. I don't actually know who sent it me, but it is interesting. Someone's messaging me. Let's have a look. So we've got, I tend to store all my research on one particular thing on my app, which is very helpful. Right, let's find it. I am live. My son is, are you going to work, are you? College. Okay, mate. Right, let me just find it. I hope it's here, because I'd be annoyed if it's disappeared. Right, let's have a look. Is that it? No, 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 no. This could be it. Oh, please let it be here. Oh, if it isn't, we're gonna have to do something else. But I get sent so much stuff. Come on, where are you? I've been saying I'm gonna do this for Can you hear that in the background? I'm listening. I've put it on just low enough to not get copyrighted. Can you hear the TV, guys? It's just nice to have a bit of background music. Linda, that is exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened, which is a shame. Shame. 2 people. Oh, well. It is what it is, as they say. Come on, where is it? I'm so annoyed that that's disappeared. Let me just go to the Google search. Do any of you remember who sent it me? I even read it out. part of it out to you yesterday, guys. It's called Priscilla's Presley mini biography, mini bio. That's what it's called. Come on, give it to me. This could be it. Have a look. Yes, I think that's it. Yes, found it, guys. Found it. Let me just share it to my thing. I don't know why it's disappeared. Okay, now I just want you to know, guys, that a lot of it I don't agree with. I'm just going to read it, okay? Right, I just want to warm up my coffee, though. Sorry, I'm missing comments. Denise, right, let's have a look. Oh, Denise, is Denise not well? I try to be loyal, but I go diet 3 times a day, 4 hours, and sometimes I'm not going to have time to. Denise, you're very important to us. Your health always comes first, and we all group hug you and send you love. We appreciate that you take part and that you show us loyalty and support. It means a lot to us, Denise. We all send you love, okay? And just you get better, okay? Right, I'm going to warm up this coffee, reboil the kettle, then we're going to start reading Priscilla's stuff. Okay, right. Just let the kettle boil. Just takes a second for the kettle to boil, guys. Okay, right, we're here. Let's do this. Oh yes, come on, get those coffees in. So my wife is feeling really, really well. My wife is feeling really well. Like, you wouldn't think she had been through what she'd been through. She's like all full of energy, and she's gone to the school that my kids go to, and she's going to spend the day there today. She's wow. She's like I can't, she's got superpowers, that woman. And we're going to celebrate on Sunday. We're celebrating her finishing her treatment. We've got a bit of a special thing happening here at my house. A big thing for me, a massive relief that she's got through the chemo. So I can't deny it, guys. I feel a lot better. I feel very relieved. Obviously, we know what, it's never over, is it, with that stuff? But we're in a good place today. And so, yeah, she is. I tell you what, she is. Oh, thank you. God, I tell you, the most impressive person I know is my wife. That is, and through what we've been through, it's even more impressive. It's even, I'm like, the way that she is, just I can't even explain it. It's like let me just lower this a bit. She's stronger than me. She's stronger than me, much stronger than me, which I didn't know until all this happened. Yeah, so good. It's good, guys. It's good. Can we all say a prayer for everyone who struggles with depression and feel that life is too hard to bear? Yeah, of course, of course we can. You know that I pray for many people, Team Elvis included, every day. When I wake up in the morning, I'm still half asleep in bed like that, I pray. When I go to bed at night, the last thing I do is pray. It's important, guys. I know not everyone's a Christian, but I am a proud one as well. Okay, let's just have a look. It definitely sounds like yes, all of you would love her. She's like so much fun. My wife is funny, fun to be with, good-hearted, kind, loving. She's the best friend you could ever have. She's the most loyal friend. My wife's got a lot of friends. Hundreds. She's the most loyal friend. If she likes you, if you're her friend, she is a friend till the end. Completely loyal. Completely. Amazing. That's why I married her, guys. Thanks, Tony. Yes, we must pray for people. Denise, it's a weird one. Now, my wife has obviously met a lot of people in the last, whilst doing treatment, because, like I said yesterday, they don't let me in. They don't let me in. I wanted to go. I even went there and sat in the room and said, well, can I just stay? And they were like, no, you have to go. I wasn't allowed to stay. They actually made me go. Yeah. So it's British rules. I have no idea why. I have no idea, but they won't let you in the chemo room. Don't explain it to me. Everything else, they let me go. Like when we had the operation, and when she was getting all the different, treatments and scans and tests, I was allowed to be with her. But with chemo, no, they wouldn't let me, which pissed me off, to be honest with you. But rules are rules, guys. Right. Oh, that is horrible, Karen. That is so horrible. Oh, God. I'll never understand it, guys. I'll never understand it. These people should be getting better help. Don't forget the situation with Benjamin was a complete shock as well. Because when you read about Benjamin, he was another person that had a light aura, like an aura of light beaming from him. This very artistic man, yeah, this beautiful soul who could sing. When you listen to Riley talking about Benjamin, it's very sweet. It's beautiful. They were very close. Still are close. So all we can do is send love. It's all we can do, and pray. Like you say, Karen, we just pray. Horrific. Right. So there's. So let's just push this back a little bit. Right. Now I haven't read this. There's someone who watches my show called DJG520. DJG. I'm going to just message and tell him we're live. Let me just. These are the lovely comments I get, and now DJG520 jumps over to the you know who and defends me, and thank you. I don't know if you're a male or a female. DJG520. Every day he or she jumps over and defends me on the you know who. How can I say it on the you know who? Yeah. So thank you, my friend. Any of you want to defend me? Cool. So he's just messaged me. Thank you very much, my friend. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, I do have my little digs to wind them up, because my attitude is, well, if you're going to talk about me every day, I'm going to have little digs at you just to annoy you. So I do annoy them. I do. I go on there and I have my little eat. So anyway, let's forget about that. So Emily, are you not here? Emily, right? Emily, let me just tell Emily we're live. She just messaged me. She probably doesn't realize we're live. Right, I need to message Emily. Are you here, Emily? Let me just tell Emily. Sorry, guys, we're not in a rush. We're not in a rush. We're live. Emily's so cool. Right, let's. Right, is there anyone else that we've forgot to message? I know Elaine is away today. Loretta. Let's send Loretta a reminder. Just people that I forgot. I think Linda's here. Are you here, Linda? Tonya. I should have done this earlier. I think Tina. I think Tina probably knows. Thea. Blinky's just disappeared. Blinky, where have you gone? What happened to you? Live. Right, Greg always comes on, doesn't he? Greg, I think Greg likes to stay in the background, which is cool. Judith. Diana, of course. Diana, are you here? Hi, Lorna. Oh, it's TRK here, is it? Oh, hi, TRK. Let me just, we've got Kathy. I think Kathy's always busy. She's running her entertainment business. Jane, of course. Is Jane here? Tev. Tev doesn't get to come on much, but she does message on the YouTube channel sometimes. Janet. Now Maria doesn't seem to have been on for a while. Maria, are you still around? Maria, how are you? We have Patty, and there is another Linda. Right, I think. Okay. Okay, so let's just let me just go on to Instagram. So is Darlene on? Darlene, are you there? Darlene pops on now and then. Lorna is on. Elizabeth is on. I don't know if Natalie is on. Not sure. All right, Darlene, she's just responded. Divine Healing pops on. Divine Healing. Her story sometimes pops on. This is a YouTube channel. We have a Mary. Okay, I think that should be okay. Right, let's start reading this. Let's start reading this thing now. Yeah, guys, I do try and message you guys. Oh, there we are. Loretta has just got the message. Okay, so do you know, it's a shame that I have to do this, because YouTube should be doing this, shouldn't they? YouTube. Poor Gene. So DG520, where is he? Is he on? DG520, are you there? Because I really wanted to personally thank. You are there. Please tell me your name. Tell me where you're from. DG520. I thank you so much. Seriously, I thank you so much for jumping over to that ridiculous fake channel and defending me. Thank you so much. Please know that I have noticed. Now, DG520, you've probably noticed Ah, thank you, Darlene. Darlene, I knew one of you sent it me. Thanks, Darlene. Thank you so much. Now, DG520, do you mind me calling you by your name? It's up, if you don't want to say your name, that's fine. I just want to say to you that I massively appreciate it. Another one that really stuck up for me is Nancy. Nancy, where are you? Nancy, if you're on later, you're probably asleep. Thank you very much. Good morning. Hope you had a good night's sleep. In fact, all of you Americans that are waking up later, I hope you had a good night's sleep. I wish you Merry Christmas. Get yourself a coffee and come and watch our live streams on replay. Now, so DG520, you didn't have to stand up for me, but you did. And it means everything to me. DG, come on, you know that they're all bonkers. Yeah. They're all a bunch of stalkers. Yeah. They're all narcissists, every one of them, like over the top narcissists. DG, hi Loretta, DG520. Have you noticed I go on there and put little comments? Have you noticed? I just want to focus on DG at the moment. Have you noticed my silly little comments that I do? Oh, because I want to explain them to you. How are we going, TRK and Karen, Emily? Oh, Emily, you got my message. Good. We need to wake Emily up. Oh, Denise, you got me a coffee. Thank you, Denise. You're too kind. I don't blame you, Linda. I do sometimes, not always. I don't watch it. I only watch like 2 minutes. I never watch all of it because it's just so funny. But I go over just to have my little digs. So DG, I don't think you're commenting now, but the reason I put my silly little comments in, because I do, I put against people like Dave and the rest of the stalkers that are on there. There's only about 5, yeah. It's my way of saying back off, leave me alone. That's why I do it. I'm like, I wind them up. Is it Anus? You got Anus on there, Mrs. Gringe and Big Bird and stuff like that. It's my way of saying, go away, stalkers. Go away, stalkers. Leave me alone. So I do it on purpose, and I will always do it. As long as they stalk me, I will always go over there and have my little digs just to wind them up. But that isn't my natural way. My natural way is actually to be very forgiving and kind and friendly and good-hearted. But with that situation, I'm not going to be. I'm going to wind them up every day and laugh my head off. Okay. I know, it's so funny. It's funny, and it's like, oh no, they know it's me, Songbird. I make sure they know it's me. Yeah. So anyway, DG, thank you. Thank you. Anyone that defends me, thank you. Okay. Right. So what are we doing? Let's get it up. I'm gonna every time I have people stalking me and talking about me, I'm gonna expose them. I'm gonna say their names. I'm gonna expose them. I don't care who you are. All of you that are watching now that are stalkers, when I get your names, I'm gonna expose you. You're just bullies, bully boys. Right. Okay. Right. We got it. Mini biography now. So the title of this live stream, because we're chatting, is going to be that it's Team Elvis chat, but I will also put in the title that it's the mini biography as well. Yes, Darlene, I've read that bit. Now I know this is a little bit long, but I feel that we should just read it all, and I'm going to disagree with bits of it because obviously a lot of this is lots of clips put together. So I'm going to have to turn the TV down because it's distracting me a bit. Let me get the remote. All right, mate? Right. So my handsome son Rio is off to college. He's doing business studies and he is 16. And you probably notice he's into weightlifting. Woo, woo, woo. Right. Priscilla Presley's stepfather was an Air Force officer stationed in West Germany. When, as a teenager, she met Elvis Presley in 1959. Then 4 years into his meteoric career in rock and roll and serving with the US Armed Forces after an 8-year courtship. She married him on May the 1st, 1967. And as their marriage was winding down, she began studying karate and acting after his death. She went into business and began working in movies and TV, and notably playing the part of Jenna Wade. In 1983, 1988, in the very successful Dallas series, she more recently established herself as Jane Spencer in The Naked Gun. Now, my little comment there, come on, Dallas was massive way before Priscilla's character joined it, wasn't it? Yeah. Dallas was like, wow, anyone that went on Dallas was going to be super famous. We were all there. We all remember Dallas. Come on, Who Shot JR and all that. We all remember it. She was lucky to be on it, even though there's no acting. Come on, let's face it. There's no acting in Dallas, is there? There's no acting. Dallas, they weren't good actors. Yeah, it was, the scripts were quite ridiculous, weren't they? Come on, we know that. Now, I know there were some good actors in Dallas, but they didn't act. Do you agree? There were some amazing actors on Dallas, but they didn't really act, did they? Who's that one that, one of my favorite was the guy who in Seven Brides or Seven Brothers. What's his name? Bless your beautiful hide. That guy. He was in it, wasn't he? That's one of my favorite films, by the way. Is it Seven Brothers for Seven Brides, Seven Brides, Seven Brothers? One of my, I love those old movies. Love them, love them, love them, love them. He was in it. He's a great actor. But my point is, there were some good actors on Dallas, but they didn't act in Dallas. That's my point. Now, The Naked Gun, I know it was a successful, I think, didn't they make 3? But the acting was pathetic. The acting was ridiculous. It was one of the worst actings I've ever seen. Let's have a look. Let me just... Yeah, even, yeah. It's just a, yeah, come on, we spoke about this yesterday, guys. It's like just quite comical, isn't it? Right, okay, let's keep going. So we've got, so this is, so we go, I'm reading, just so you know, I'm reading this for the first time. I like to read things for the first time with Team Elvis. I do. I just like it. Due to the protective lifestyle that she lived as Elvis's wife, she never actually signed a check until she was 29. I don't believe that. I actually don't believe that. I think it's bullshit. It was, Linda, it was funny. I'm a big Leslie Nielsen fan. I think Leslie Nielsen's great. I love him. Yep, we all love Dallas. Come on, I love Dallas. We all stayed in, especially to watch Dallas. Yeah, Who Killed JR? Yeah. Naked Gun was funny, but there was no acting in it, was there? Right, so it discusses The Naked Gun. I don't need to read that. Oh, Tony, you're too kind to me. Tony, accept my friend request on Instagram. Thank you. Tony just bought me a coffee. Yay! You know I love that. Yes, Debbie. She loves checks being given to her. Yeah, it was meant to be stupid, Linda, but come on. It didn't give her credibility as an actor, did it? It was like quite laughable. Yeah, I thought it was funny. Linda, I thought it was funny. Naked Gun, thought it was hilarious. Yeah, Emily, we all remember it so well, don't we? Yeah, Bing Crosby's daughter. I remember her with the funny lip. A beautiful girl, actually. Bing Crosby's daughter was beautiful, wasn't she? The lip actually made her look even more sexy, I think. Right, let's have a look. So it talks a bit about some different acting roles. I think former father-in-law Vernon Presley appointed Priscilla as executor of his son's estate in 1979, thereby giving her licensing to Elvis's name, image, and likeness, which we know she sold. Through legal maneuvering, she removed Colonel Tom Parker, but she didn't. This is it. She didn't remove him, did she? It was what's his name? Toole something. It was ordered, a judge ordered it to be investigated, this 50-50 deal that Elvis had with Colonel Tom Parker. And in the end, they settled with Colonel Tom Parker and he was outed. He was ousted out. Ousted out. Go on then. Let's let the dog out. Right, what are you doing? You all right? All happy just now? Now you want to go out? Go on then, mate. Go on. That's Princess doing her little bark to go out at the moment. She's only done it once. So then it says, through legal maneuvering. Yeah, so I disagree with that. It wasn't her legal maneuvering. It was forced on the Colonel. Priscilla actually wanted the Colonel to carry on being the manager. Do any of you know that? It was the judge who got involved that appointed an investigation that ended this weird, stupid, crazy agreement that Elvis had with the Colonel. So Parker's hold over any of her ex-husband's assets in 1981 incorporated Elvis Presley Enterprises, included EPE. Graceland opened for tours a year later. Priscilla relinquished her duties as chairman of the board to Lisa. Now Lisa Marie in 1998 now serves as the advisory position in 2004. Lisa Marie sold 85% interest of the company for 100 million payout and retaining sole ownership of Graceland as well. Now that as well, it's going to take too long to go through those details because this isn't actually correct. For a start, Priscilla was very heavily involved in that sale when it, with Bob Silliman, the set. She sold her, obviously, the name Presley. She sold the name Graceland. I know Lisa, of course, being part owner, behind the scenes was involved. But I actually think that deal wasn't just done by Lisa. I think Priscilla was heavily involved in that deal. And what people don't know, I know it says that Gracelands was retained for Lisa. Yeah. The grounds, the artifacts, the museum stuff. But no, because they did sell a 99-year lease of Gracelands to Elvis Presley Enterprises. So people don't know this. Gracelands was rented to Elvis Presley Enterprises. I think it's almost, most people you say that to don't believe it, but it's true. It's a 99-year lease. They did a one-off rental payment at the beginning, which I think was $3 million. All right, okay, Tony. If you send me a request, because I haven't received, Tony, I haven't received your request. So send it again, yeah? Right, let's keep going. Where are we? Yes, so we were just saying, well, for a start, Priscilla did not save Gracelands. It's bullshit. Priscilla did not come up with the idea of doing the museum. This was all going to happen. It was all being dealt with, and The plans had already been drawn up way before Priscilla. So this thing where she says, I would never sell Graceland, I would never sell it, it will not happen, is bullshit. This other thing that she says, even she says it in front of Lisa Marie in interviews, oh, they were going to break it up and sell it off in pieces, and they were even going to take the wallpaper off the walls. It's bullshit. It's not true, guys. It is bullshit. Never think that Gracelands was ever going to be sold off and broken up. Ever. It was never going to happen. Memphis City knew how important Graceland was, and it was never going to be sold. It was always going to be a living museum, and they were always planning to develop the whole area, especially in front. So any of you that are watching now that think Priscilla saved Graceland, that think Priscilla, it was her idea to open the museum, I want to say one more thing, guys. She did launch it, but she wasn't there on the opening day. She wasn't there on the opening day. I think she was with Michael Edwards, yeah, in bed probably. But my point is, you know, she stands there on the. We've got this old video footage, color footage of Priscilla proudly going, "Oh, I'm launching Graceland." She didn't launch nothing, guys. She was the front person that they used for the press, for top. You know, when all the paparazzi turned up. She did that because she wanted the attention. She loved the attention. She loved the fame. She had maneuvered herself into a position of power. Definitely. We don't really know what went on. But she did. At some point, she was the boss. And I think that position of power, it could have been to do with the deed of trust, the lien placed on Graceland. Yeah. The debt placed on Graceland because Elvis couldn't afford to pay Priscilla the second divorce settlement. So there was a deed of trust, a lien placed on Graceland, a debt basically to Priscilla that was going to be paid in installments. I think that was part of the way she got her power. I think when Vernon was on his deathbed and leading up, you know, the year leading up before Vernon died, I think she was in such a strong position that really Vernon didn't have a choice. He was going to make her is it co-executor on behalf of Lisa Marie and all that stuff. She couldn't believe it. Priscilla couldn't believe that everything was falling into place. She was getting ultimate power. And her thanks, really, one of the things I can't stand that she did was being involved in this sale of Elvis Presley Enterprises, 85% of it, and leasing Gracelands to Elvis Presley Enterprises. And Elvis Presley Enterprises now runs the Living Museum. Elvis Presley Enterprises are in charge. You know, 85% are in charge of the running of the Living Museum. So it's like people say, oh, Riley owns it all. Yeah, she owns the building, but the Living Museum is run by EPE. The name Presley has been sold to EPE. The name Graceland has been sold to EPE. I just think it's wrong. My attitude, I personally think that nothing should have been sold ever. I think Riley should own it all. Riley and obviously the twins. She should own it all. There should be no other companies involved in the running of anything to do with Elvis. It should all be under one umbrella. Obviously, they get management teams in to help run it all, you know, usual stuff. Bob Silliman got an absolute bargain when he bought it. And I think, I know eventually it goes up. Joel Weishanker is heading quite a big management team, isn't he? Even Jack Soddens is there as well. I don't know all the intricate details of how it is all pieced together. What I do know is that Riley doesn't own it all. That's the standout thing for me. And I think it should have all stayed with the Presleys. Really, I think it should have all stayed with the bloodline. I don't agree that Elvis Presley Enterprises has anything to do with ownership of any of it. Any of it. Even even the hotel, even the land in front, all of it. It should all be Riley's, Finley and Harper eventually. That's just my opinion, guys. Let me just shut that door. It's a bit chilly, guys, a bit chilly. So, you know, don't forget, guys, I'm just a fan at home. Yeah, I ain't no expert. I ain't no researcher. I'm no authority on any of this. This is just me at home with opinions. That's all it is. So it now says Lisa Marie in 1988 now serves as an advisory position. In 2004, Lisa Marie sold 85% interest of the company for £100 million payout, retaining sole ownership of Grayson as well as Elvis's personal effects. That isn't straightforward. So we've just tried to sort of talk about it there, yeah? Right, here we go. This is Suzanne Finstad. Oh, I didn't know she was going to be mentioned. Right, let's have a look. Now, remember, I've never read this. We're reading it as we go, okay? Suzanne Finstad, in 1996, biography of Child Bride, talks about 5 minutes of fame. There are people in that book I've never heard of. The woman made out to be some kind of prostitute. I dated, but that was my life. I'm not really sure what that is. Let's keep going. On marrying Elvis Presley, I was so young. Right, I'm just interested to know if this is the bit where she admits that Elvis was faithful, yeah? Because I've always said Elvis was faithful through the marriage, through the pregnancy, once he got engaged. I've always said that. He didn't go back to his old ways until after he caught Priscilla being unfaithful with Steve Peck. Right, let me just quieten the dogs a minute. Right, come on. Right, while I'm there, I'll warm my coffee up as well. Right, one sec, guys. Right, what's going on? Right, that's enough, come on. Okay, let's have a look. We got a coffee. Okay. Of course, we're gonna discuss. So, hi Teresa. Right. Where are we? So Priscilla, I mean, I was so young and naive at the time. There was no way I could have made a success of that marriage. I relieved I couldn't give him the kind of adulation he got from his fans, and he needed the adulation desperately. Without it, he was nothing. Oh God, what a horrible way of talking about Elvis. This is obviously Priscilla, yeah? What a horrible way of talking about it. So she admits that she's naive. She says there's no way she could have made a success of the marriage. Well, why not? She just had to be faithful. She passes the blame. She basically says it's Elvis's fault because he needed adulation. And then she ends it by saying without it, he was nothing. God, that's disgusting. A horrible way to talk about Elvis. It's just horrible. Linda, yeah. Ugh, don't like that. I don't care about being a superstar, but I feel I have something to give and to share. And if I can do that and maintain my values, I will. That just makes me laugh. We all know she was jealous of Elvis. We all know that she wanted fame and adulation. She wanted to be in the spotlight. She put her career first before her own daughter. Priscilla put her ambitions, whether it be TV or movies or modeling or opening a shop or promoting products, fragrances, she put herself way before Lisa Marie. And her craving for men. I don't care what anyone says. Sexually, Priscilla wanted to be very active. She fancied the pants off many men. I know that sounds a bit crude and a bit blunt, but she put her craving for sex before her daughter. We know this. We know this because why would she chase after Mike Stone the way that she did? Why would she? If you listen to Mike Stone's interviews, he clearly says that she pursued him. She sought him out. She went after him. He clearly says that, and he said it a few times now. So men and fame, and I always say this, she wanted to be Elvis Presley. She wanted to be Elvis Presley, but she didn't have the talent. The public didn't love her in the way that they loved Elvis. Now she gets the people that worship her, that have been completely brainwashed by this book. The people that have been brainwashed by this book, usually Priscilla fans, no offense, because this is a book of lies. This book is the biggest con in history. Anyone that believes this book, you have been brainwashed and you believe bullshit. This book is a book of lies, in my opinion. So, you know how I feel about Priscilla, guys. Now, remember, I always say this, I don't hate Priscilla. I do not hate Priscilla. Now, it's a good topic to touch on because part of the reason that we have some haters that are against defending Elvis Presley is because we don't support Priscilla. There's a few on here that started on our channel, that subscribe to our channel. But when they realized that we don't support Priscilla, they tried to argue with us. There's one that comes to mind now that we had to block, that was trying to force his views on Priscilla on us. You know, his views, I'm not going to say his name, but his views were, well, she's part of the story. She's part of his history. He married her. She had his child. So because of that, we shouldn't have the views that we have on Priscilla. Yeah, it's not hate, guys. It's not hate. We are very angry and upset with Priscilla. Yeah, we want to expose Priscilla's wrongdoing. Yeah, massively. I will expose Priscilla all day long, guys. I am not a Priscilla fan, trust me. Yeah, so we will get people that are trying to say to us, come on, he married her, you know, they had a baby. He must have liked her. But what they don't realize is that if you break down the years, year by year, there was no marriage. The marriage was like 10 months. Elvis was not happy with Priscilla. She betrayed Elvis. She treated Elvis disgustingly. So no, just the fact that Priscilla was part of his life for a very short period of time doesn't mean that we should include her in his history. No. So this creates hate. Then these people go off and badmouth us on other channels. Oh, they're just Priscilla haters. Oh, they're just Priscilla haters. Team Elvis are just Priscilla haters. So that creates more hate. So this is what I'm starting to learn now with the situation that we're going through with some people. Not many, under 10 people. The thing I'm learning is if we don't agree with their views, they then go off and are hateful to us, to Team Elvis, to me. Yeah, just because we don't agree with them. Yeah, just because we won't discuss their topics. Some people think the past should be left in the past. I don't agree. We have to bring it up. We have to analyze it and critique it. That's part of our job. Some people think we should only talk about the music and the movies. No. We love the music. The music is fine. The music's doing great. The movies, you know, all the fancy frilly stuff is doing brilliant. Doesn't need defending. It's good. It's going good, guys. We all still love the music. But Elvis, the man, the human being, he definitely needs defending. 100%. So these people that think we should only talk about the good stuff, they go off, get upset, and call us names, badmouth us, go on to other channels, talk negatively about us, just because we do want to defend. Well, I think one of the biggest reasons that we get a backlash from people on YouTube, for example, is because they don't think we should defend. That's ridiculous. Any Elvis fan that thinks we shouldn't defend, you must have a something. What's the word? You must be have a what's the word? If you can't see that Elvis needs defending, what, it's like you're on another planet. You must be from another planet if you can't see that Elvis the man needs defending. And Lisa Marie needs defending. It's so clear. Even now, Riley needs defending because of what she's going through. So, guys, if you think Elvis doesn't need defending, go and do some research. Understand why. Yeah, don't just go around to other channels calling us names. Rubbish. Even though there's only a few of you. Generally, I think people do understand that Elvis needs defending. Right, I'm trying to read this bit that... Right, here we go. I found a bit more. Right, it jumped, guys, just so you know, guys, it jumps around a bit. Let's have a look. Right, I want to sort of... there's a certain bit I want. I don't want to read about Dallas. I'm not interested in that. I've come a long way from a 14-year-old kid who wasn't planning on getting into business, and I don't think anyone ever thought that I would. So I look at all the accomplishments that I've had, and I go, geez, it's not so bad. Oh my God, guys, come on. She would have had no accomplishments if she didn't meet Elvis. None. Zero. She would still be, well, who knows what she would have become. She probably would have met some guy in Germany and married him, had a little family and settled down. She would be unknown. She would not be a millionaire. She would not be famous. She would have not done TV or modeling or promoting products or spending the rest of her life acting as if she is Elvis's widow, which she is not. So when she says, geez, look at all my accomplishments, what you mean is you rode on the back of Elvis for 50 years. Otherwise, you'd be a zero. That's the truth of it. And the way you treated this person, who is the only reason you have had success in the entertainment business, that you've had massive wealth, you've lived like a queen off Elvis's name and back. Elvis is the only reason that Priscilla has lived a rich lifestyle, a celebrity lifestyle, has met very rich, wealthy men. The only reason that she is adored by some Priscilla fans is because she was with Elvis. There is no other reason. There is no other reason. So this, geez, and by the way, you weren't 14. Yes, Elvis had a brief meeting with you for a matter of months in Germany, but you didn't get with him until you were nearly 18. So let's get the age right, yeah? I would never go with a guy who wasn't boss. I mean, the man would definitely have to be more dominant. But she's spent her whole life saying that Elvis was too dominant. Elvis controlled her. Elvis told her how to dress, walk, act, think, talk, makeup, hair. But there she says in this write-up, I want to be with a dominant man. Oh, such a hypocrite. Such a hypocrite. Elvis TCB, go away. Do you know, before I block you, Elvis TCB, before I block you, tell me why, if you've got any guts, tell me why Elvis doesn't need defending. Come on, you think you're an Elvis fan? Tell me why Elvis doesn't need defending. I'm all ears. Guys, let the man speak. I don't mind. I want to hear it. Why does Elvis not need defending? Let's hear it from an Elvis fan. Come on. You go away because he's human. That's not an answer. Why does Elvis not need defending? I've just spent half an hour discussing how disgusting his treatment was at the hands of Priscilla. Why does Elvis not need defending? Answer the question. Come on, if you've got intelligence, answer the question. I want to hear it. Guys, ask Elvis TCB a question. I don't know what the crown is. Elvis didn't want to be called a king. Elvis never wanted to be called a king. Are you a Priscilla fan? Priscilla, who was disgustingly unfaithful to Elvis and ripped him off. No, let's treat Elvis TCB with respect. Come on, let's have a debate. I'm all up for it. You don't have to block them. Don't block them. I want to hear it. I'll block him in a minute. What has going to Memphis got anything to do with defending Elvis? There's many people here that live in Memphis. Elvis TCB, many of the people here live in Memphis. Come on, I want to hear it. I'm not going to be rude to you. I will ask you a question though. Are you a Priscilla fan? Come on, answer your questions. Well, Emily, he hasn't been nasty yet. His comments haven't been that bad. He's probably going to be nasty, but let's just, come on, I'm ready. I'm actually interested in why an Elvis fan that is called Elvis TCB would not want to defend Elvis. Where you live is irrelevant. The fact that I've never been to Graceland is irrelevant. Thank you, Darlene. But I want to hear it from him. If you've got the guts to back up what you say, do it now with Team Elvis. There's 40 of us here. Elvis kept the crown. A fan gave it to him. I know about that, but Elvis did not like being called the king. In fact, he hated it. I'm still asking you the same question. Why does Elvis not need defending? Remember, Elvis TCB, there's some disgusting things being said in here. Disgusting things by Priscilla. I want to know why Elvis doesn't need defending. You still haven't answered the question. I've been discussing why Elvis needs defending for years. For 8 months. No, it's okay. Let him speak. I'll fill up my coffee while he speaks. Are you not going to answer? Oh well, I'm not going to block you. It could be one of our stalkers anyway, couldn't it? So I'm not going to block you because you haven't been rude enough for me to block you. But let's keep going. But guys, if you want to ask him questions, far away. The karate logo he designed, the only one incorporated the crown. What's that got to do with anything? That has nothing to do with the fact that I've said to you that Elvis did not ever want to be called a king. You still haven't answered the question. Elvis TCB answered the question. Where did he answer it? Elvis kept the crown. Oh, yes. Yeah, Tony, yeah. Lorna, I don't mind him being on the channel. I want to know why he thinks Elvis doesn't need defending. Remember, he came into this live stream saying that Elvis does not need defending. I want to know why. Because to me, any fan that doesn't want to defend Elvis, bearing in mind that how much Elvis has had his image and reputation and legacy seriously damaged, the way that millions and millions of people believe the negative stuff in this book, the way that the Priscilla film seriously damaged his image and reputation, I want to know why Elvis doesn't need defending. I want to know why. Are you serious? Elvis TCB, are you serious? I've done 1,000 videos in detail explaining why he needs defending. I've just shown you this book. This whole live stream that we are reading now to do with Priscilla's wrongdoing towards Elvis since the day she met him to the day she divorced him. Where, remember, she also, after he died, she carried on damaging his image and reputation. Yeah. Now, if you have watched any of my videos or live streams, and there's hundreds, you will know exactly why Elvis needs defending. If you have watched this show, see this show that we're doing now, we've just spent an hour telling each other why Elvis needs defending. And your question to me is, why does he need defending? So let me keep going. So the answer to your why do you think he does, I've just told you about 1,000 times. Every single video I do defends Elvis. Well, not everyone, because we read books as well, don't we? But he still hasn't answered the question. Do you know what, guys? It could be the stalker, couldn't it? It could be the stalker. Mrs. Stalker, are you there? Stalker, Mrs. Grinch, is that you? Mrs. Grinch, is this you? Elvis TCB? Mrs. Grinch, are you there? There we go. Mrs. Grinch. Hang on a minute. There we go. Mrs. Grinch. Are you okay? Welcome to our channel. You're welcome to ask us questions. Right. Priscilla is the mother of the child, mate. I seen her in the flesh. Priscilla is the mother of his child. I know she is. So you are a Priscilla fan. Okay. So you are a Priscilla fan. But yeah, of course I know she's the mother. What's that got to do with it? What's that? All right, let me just... So my phone started making funny noises. Let me just turn this off a minute. So, okay, we've established that you are a Priscilla fan. Yeah. So, yes, she's the mother. Now, we'll do a little short chat about Priscilla. Okay. We're going to bring it short. Elvis got engaged to her in '66. They got married. They had the baby. 6 to 8 weeks after Lisa Marie was born, Priscilla shagged her dance instructor. Then she shagged Mike Stone, the karate champion. Then she demanded a divorce, ripped him off, almost bankrupted him. Then, when he died, spent the rest of her life ripping him off, saying abusive, negative things about Elvis for the rest of her life. So, yeah, she had his baby. She's the mother. So what is your point? Yeah, she had his baby. I know. Yeah, we know that, guys. She had she had Navarone as well. I don't understand your point about the baby. So you are a Priscilla fan, yeah? Right, let me just carry on. Well, it's good. It's nice to add a bit of flair to our live stream. Hi, Teresa. You can call me mate if you want. If you're calling me mate, it tells me you're from the UK. Do you want to say your name? You know, my name's Louis. Right, let's keep going. I say this to you, mate. If you're a true fan, you'll defend Elvis. If you're a true fan, you will defend Elvis. You don't get it. Elvis would be offended by your attitude. You mean, so Elvis would be offended that I defend Elvis? Elvis would be offended. I've got an attitude to you because you're just a rude person. But Elvis would be offended. You just don't like me. Elvis TCB, you just don't like me. That's it. I haven't told you to like me, but you definitely don't defend Elvis. He hasn't been too bad, actually, guys. You know, that's why I'm letting him talk. Oh, we've got someone else join in. I like that. Right, okay. I'm going to be fair and let these people talk. Why do you talk about Priscilla Presley? I've just explained to you in detail her wrongdoing to Elvis. So that's your answer. Elvis Lover 67. You'll feel free to ask questions. I don't mind. It's fine. It's completely fine. Remember, we're going to ask you questions as well. So Team Elvis, ask them questions. Let's be polite and respectful and friendly. Elvis, have you paused? I didn't get that. Read Lisa's book if you do it right. Elvis, you talk about her wrongdoing every video. So why? Right, okay. So, right. This is so funny. I'm good. Look, Elvis Lover, you're going to look silly now, aren't you? Right. So you obviously haven't been watching my channel. Now, I have done plenty of videos on Priscilla, but this is the first Priscilla video I've done for quite a while. Now, I'm going to get my live streams up. Elvis Lover 67, you're obviously a Priscilla lover. Now, I'll just say this to you, Elvis Lover 67, this book is bullshit. This is a pack of lies, and you have been brainwashed. You have been spoon-fed lies for nearly 40 years. But anyway, I'm going to now show you. I will read. Do you know what? Larry Geller has spoke to me. I have spoken to Larry Geller, so I have a lot of respect for Larry Geller. Right. Now let me just get you my. I'm now going to get you my last videos, guys, just so you can see. Now, Elvis Lover 67 has said that I only talk about Priscilla. Okay? You said it, mate. Look at the titles of. I'm going to show you about 20 of my last videos. Now, are we ready? We had talent night last night with lovely Songbird and Salvatore. The next video was called Ginger Alden's book. So that was the next video. Then we had Anita's book. Where is it? I may as well show you these books as we do them. So then the one before that was Anita's book. Let me show you Ginger's book. Come on, this is for the I only do Priscilla videos, people. You just make yourselves look silly. Right. Then before that, it was the Last Train to Memphis book. Are you still there? The Last Train to Memphis book. We haven't said anything about Priscilla yet. Before that, it was just me talking about our rights to defend against people like you who think that we shouldn't defend. Both of you are basically saying, don't defend Elvis. Yeah. Don't expose Priscilla's wrongdoing. The next book, the next video is Sally Hoddle's book, Destined to Die Young. Now remember, there's nothing here about Priscilla. You've just said to me, we only talk about Priscilla. Look, I will read that in a second. I just want to show you a couple more. The next book after that is Riley Keough's interview. I'll show you so you know I'm not lying. Then we've got the next two videos of those silly men on that Elvis A to Z channel that bullied us, that think Elvis doesn't need defending, that think being called defending Elvis Presley shouldn't happen. Elvis A to Z and Elvis Story, both of you out of order. You still haven't apologized, you two guys. You need to. And your sidekick Cam. Right, the next one after that, I read 2 chapters of Destined to Die Young. Then I read a chapter of Elvis and Ginger. Come on, I'm waiting for all these Priscilla videos to come up. Then I do a video on the Stalkers, because we have some stalkers on this channel that are very sad. What's the next book? Are You Lonesome Tonight? Where is it? We read a chapter of this book. We do another chapter of Ginger Oldham. Let me just, oh yeah, we do a movie. Right, let me just show you so you know I'm not lying. We do a movie night, the movie years. We do 3 episodes of that. Then we do 2 episodes of Mike Stone and the way he disgustingly, with Priscilla, ran away with Lisa. So we expose Mike Stone and Priscilla for their disgusting affair that they had that took Lisa Marie away from her father. Shall I go on? We've got a Riley Keough interview with Fern Cotton, the BBC. We read another chapter of Anita Wood, Are You Lonesome Tonight? I'm waiting for all these Priscilla. So the answer to your, let me just scroll back. The answer to your question, Elvis Love Story 67, is I haven't done a Priscilla video for about 2 weeks. Today is the first one. So I think that makes you look a bit silly. You obviously don't watch. You've obviously joined us to have a dig. I haven't finished you yet. Every time I come to your channel, it's always Priscilla, the same thing over and over. How many times do we need to hear that Priscilla slept around? Well, I think I've answered that, haven't I? I've answered that. But you should care that Priscilla slept around. It should matter to you. If you are a true Elvis fan, you should be defending Elvis. You should be joining in. You should be doing proper research, understanding that Elvis does need defending. So does Lisa Marie. And at the very least, Elvis Lover 67, which you're not an Elvis lover because you don't defend him, is this book should remind you why Elvis and Lisa need defending at the very least. And you call yourself an Elvis lover, but you're insulting us because we defend Elvis. So how does that make you an Elvis lover? What you are really is a Priscilla lover. You're in love with a woman that betrayed Elvis, even now and recently sued her own granddaughter and has shown no grief for the loss of Lisa Marie. If anything, she humiliated Lisa at the Graceland book signing in front of Riley. So a woman that still right now at the age that she is bad-mouthing her own daughter and still now says that she was with Elvis at 14 when she wasn't. They didn't get together till she was nearly 18. So this is a woman that has accused Elvis of grooming her, controlling her. This is a woman that has said that she was in a dungeon, that Graceland was a dungeon, a prison. This is a woman that was having sex with a dance instructor 8 weeks after Lisa Marie was born. Remember who you're defending. Right, let's keep going. I have better things to do, so do you folks. What? Why? We're on a Defending Elvis Presley YouTube channel, and I'm retired, mate. I'm a retired man. I worked hard through my whole life. Many of the people on this channel are retired. So in the end, Elvis TCB, you haven't answered the question. The question was very simple. Why does Elvis need defending? Come on. Why do you think Elvis does not need defending? Why do you not think Elvis needs defending? You're a Priscilla fan, or you're one of these. You're a Priscilla fan, or you're the Grinch, the stalker. Okay, so let's keep going, guys. I'm not going to block them, guys. I don't want to. They haven't been rude enough for me to block them. We definitely do repeat things, 100%. You have to. You have to repeat things. You have better things to do. Well, you obviously don't, because you're here. Elvis TCB, you have better things to do, but you're here with us. Come on. Elvis himself would want you to spend time here, and you do that. So all right, so that is you. Oh, that's just so now I know you're the stalker. Why do you love me so much? Elvis TCB, why do you love me so much? Bye stalker. Bye Elvis TCB. Bye. There you go. Anyway, I've had a vision. Oh, you're gonna leave us now. See you later. Make a good video. Next, where are we? I don't care for Priscilla. I am trying to understand why other things about her aren't talked about besides her sex life. Are you still there, Elvis Lover 67? I've just shown you my last 20 videos that had nothing to do with Priscilla. Surely that answers your question. Right, okay. Keep going, guys. Oh, and by the way, today my next two videos are these books. Nothing to do with Priscilla. Maybe you should watch them. You might learn something. Right, let's have a look. We're not wasting our time. We have fun. We do have fun, don't we, guys? They just look. These people just look silly. They just look silly. Look, if they're going to come in and attack us, at least have something worth saying. So both of them were wrong. One said that Elvis doesn't need defending, so he's definitely not a proper Elvis fan. And the other one said that all we talk about is Priscilla. And I've just shown the last 20 videos have nothing to do with Priscilla. But it is a coincidence that we are talking about Priscilla. But of course we're talking about Priscilla. She is the one that's done the most wrong to Elvis. So yeah, we will talk about Priscilla a lot. We just haven't recently. Of course we're the best channel, Emily. Thank you for making it a bit more interesting for us. It's like, yeah, thank you. So asking you a question is attacking you. Good point. Okay, Elvis Lover, I accept that. Maybe you just asked me a question. Okay, I accept that. You did just ask me a question. Fine. And I've answered your question, which I've proved to you that we do talk about other things other than Priscilla. Now, what is your response to that? Yeah, Elvis Lover 67. What is your response to me saying to you that the last 20 videos, I could probably show you 100 videos and maybe only 10 of them are Priscilla. So my question to you, Elvis Lover 67, I've proved that you're wrong, that we do videos other than Priscilla. What is your answer? There we are. I'm not going to shout at you or call you names or disrespect you. I will stay polite and friendly. Please answer the question. Right. I have to go. Oh, bye then. Is that Kate? Is it? Bye. Bye, my dear. Yeah, I'm not in the mood to argue with these people. The Elvis TCB was obviously, you know, crazy person. She's going to make a video about us now. Bye, crazy person. Whee! See you later. Right, you should have asked when you do talk about her. It's always the same thing over and over. I agree. Elvis Lover, I agree that I do repeat the same stuff over and over again about Priscilla when I talk about her, because why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? I'm telling all of the wrongdoing of Priscilla, going right from 1959. Don't forget the book Child Bride. There's an alternate reality to the truth, to the real Priscilla. And then I do talk about all of the wrongdoing from Priscilla right until 2024. I do, I admit that. You're right. I do say the same stuff about Priscilla over and over again, but you can't do it in one live stream. For me to talk about Priscilla's wrongdoing over and over again takes a lot of live streams, because there's so much. There's so much. So yeah, you're right. I will keep repeating Priscilla's wrongdoing again and again. Always. That's part of how we defend. So you're right. Yeah, we do. I accept that. No, that Elvis Lover 67. No, there is. There's a lot to say about Priscilla. A lot. And I say it all. I say all of it again and again and again. Anybody here that thinks that Priscilla has the right to be buried with Elvis, she lost that right when she ran away with Lisa Marie and slept with Mike Stone and demanded a divorce. She completely lost the right. If Elvis' story, if you think that Priscilla has been good for Elvis, you're in dream world. You're in dream world. She is the reason he is looked at as a bully, a pedophile, a predator, a controller, a groomer, a rapist. She is the reason Elvis is looked in that disgusting way, Priscilla. You never get away from that. The fact that she sued her own daughter and granddaughter. No, actually, she sued Riley because her daughter wanted things to go to her own children. It's disgusting. The fact that Priscilla took money out of the pocket of her grandkids is disgusting. So is that all you're going to say? Is that your only argument? Elvis Lover 67 is your only argument about Priscilla? Because I can tell you're a Priscilla lover. Now, I asked you, Priscilla, Elvis Lover 67, you're obviously the same age as me, yeah? I asked you this. Why do you not want to defend Elvis? I also asked you this. Why are you so obsessed with Priscilla? Why do you think Priscilla is so good? I want to know. Why do you feel that you have to defend Priscilla? Because you're an Elvis fan. You must know. Where's the book gone? Right, Elvis Lover 67. You must know that this book is a book of lies. Yeah, you must know. Yeah. So my big question, why are you a Priscilla fan? Why are you a Priscilla fan? Look, Angie, just go away. Angie, we've had our little chat with you. There you go. This is for you, Angie. Whee! Bonga, 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 bonga. Right. Okay. So not a very intelligent comment as well. Come on. At least Elvis Lover is saying good things. I didn't say I didn't want to defend him. I never am I never said I'm a Priscilla fan. I already said I wasn't a fan of hers. Okay, but so why are you on this live stream? Yeah, where I have proved this. I'm talking to Elvis Lover 67 on this live stream where I've just proved to you that we have done the last 20 videos that have nothing to do with Priscilla. These videos are 2 hours long each. The last 20 videos have nothing to do with Priscilla. So why are you here? Have you just come in to tell me off for talking about Priscilla? Because you haven't said anything else. You've only come in and told me off about Priscilla, nothing else. But then you say you're not a Priscilla fan. So why are you here? If I've proved to you that I'm surrounded by things where I defend Elvis that have nothing to do with Priscilla. So I've answered that question. I've shown you that we've covered many topics, many topics defending Elvis and his bloodline and Lisa. So why are you here? Because I've answered your questions. Do you want to defend Elvis? Because if you want to defend Elvis and you've done some decent research and you understand why he needs defending, why are you having a go at me for just talking about Priscilla? Even if I repeat the same stuff with Priscilla over and over again, why is that a problem when I do cover all the other topics? I just think you've come in to have a go at me. You've come in to have a go at me. I haven't gone to you to have a go at you. I haven't gone, no, let's all go and pick on Elvis Lover 67. I haven't done that. You are. No, Emily, I want her to talk. I want this person to talk. I've got nothing to hide. Team Elvis, we have nothing to hide. We're very proud of how we defend. No, I haven't said you insulted me. I haven't said you insulted me, Elvis Lover. I've asked you a question. I've answered your questions, yeah, about Priscilla. I've answered your question. I've proved to you that we cover the last 20 videos at least have not mentioned Priscilla. Yeah, proved it. So now what? Now what? Where are we going to go now? Because remember, this channel is called Defending Elvis Presley. This channel is called Defending Elvis Presley. Right, so someone's at the door. Just a second, guys. Sorry about that. I'm back for more questions. So I just remembered something. When I went upstairs, I just remembered something. Yesterday, we blocked 2 people. So there is a chance that the 2 people we blocked yesterday are these 2 people. I'm not going to say your names. So there's a small chance that it's not the Grinch. There's a small chance it's not the Grinch. It could be the 2 people we blocked yesterday. So do you want to make yourselves known? The 2 people I blocked yesterday, have you got the guts to make yourselves known? I'm not going to say names. I won't do that. Let's have a look. Nobody here loves... well, the nobody here loves Elvis person, I think it's pretty much her, isn't it? Well, hi. How you doing? Right. So maybe one of you are one of the people we blocked yesterday. Right. I've asked you why you don't defend Elvis from her in more ways than her sex life. Didn't mean to ruffle your feathers. It's okay. I'm not ruffled. Elvis lover 67. I'm fine. Not ruffled. It's good. I actually think it's quite interesting. Now the other person, the Elvis TCB person, I'm going to block you in a minute because I know it's obviously the stalker. Come on. But I just think for this one live stream, I'm going to allow you to carry on. Now, so the stalker from the Stalker channel, the imaginary tarot card reader, the fake tarot card reader, I'm going to let you carry on. So get your comments in now, quick. Come on, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Right, Elvis Lover, I actually think your questions have been quite fair, but I did answer your questions, and both of your questions I did prove you wrong. But I actually think you've been fine, and you're welcome to join us. You're welcome to join us. Elvis Lover 67, you're welcome to join us. I have nothing against you. Now, the stalker, you just have given us a bit of a giggle. You're just giving us a bit of a giggle. Right, okay. So I'm going to carry on reading this in a sec. I'm going to make a tea as well. Okay. That's right. I can handle the Elvis Lover 67 person. I'm all right with them. They're fine. Okay, guys. So anybody watching now, if you want to join in and ask some questions, even if you disagree with us, that's fine. I don't mind people joining in, asking us questions. I'll answer your questions. Like Elvis Lover wanted to know why we discuss Priscilla a lot. I've answered that. I've proved to her that we have discussed many other topics. Now, the Elvis TCB person, that's just the grin, isn't it? That's just hi, wee. So that's just a bit of fun for us, yeah. But I say anyone watching now, you're welcome. Please join in, and you'll feel free to ask any questions you want. Any questions? I know there's quite a few stalkers that watch us. You know who you are. You're obsessed with me and Team Elvis. You're probably in love with me, aren't you? But feel free to, the stalkers, do you have the guts to ask me a question? Rainbow, are you watching? Satnin? Valvis? Yeah, you all know who you are. There's only about 6 of you. Any of you like Joe? Is it Joe something? Let me bring up the stalkers. Right, let's have a look. Let's just go. Let me just mention a few of the stalkers. Obviously, I need to just come on, guys. We're not in a hurry. I've got nothing. I've got a real free day today. So let me just bring up the stalkers. Stalkers, come on. Right, we go to the stalking channel. I can't be bothered to say who they are. So we have, I'm going to list them. Jean, R618U, stalker number 1. Rainbow, stalker number 2. Sprutapia, stalker. Oh no, I don't think she's one of the stalkers, but she is an ass kisser. We got Anus, 7773. Anus, 7773. We've got David Lohman, another stalker. That's it. There is, oh yeah, and Sasha Rose 2, another stalker. All of you, I dare you to ask us a question. There isn't many of you. There isn't, oh yeah, Elvis Chick 456. So 6 people. Don't forget Satlin and Valvis as well. And we've got Cheryl Spencer, the other stalker. Not many of you guys, like I keep saying, less than 10 stalkers. Obviously, you must know that your leader is the biggest narcissist I have ever known, ever. I have never known a bigger narcissist than Angie, ever. Oh, I said her name. Naughty me. So I'm just seeing if there's any other stalk. Oh yeah, Kate Kleinstober, another stalker. You do know that your leader is the biggest narcissist and has brainwashed you massively. Yeah, it's Tony, it's Anus 7773. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Come on, I invite you to speak. Any one of you stalkers that are watching me now, please speak. Please speak. I'm ready. Ask me a question. Say like, why is Angie obsessed with you? Why does she love you? Why does a married woman love you? And why does a married woman make 3 videos a day about you, Louis? Let's look up the name. Let's look up the word narcissist. Narcissist. It's actually quite a hard word to spell, isn't it? Right. Now let's read it. Symptoms of narcissism: grandiosity, disregard for other feelings, excessive need for admiration. Let's have a look. Cocky, manipulative, selfish, patronizing, demanding, the way of thinking and behaving, services. Keep going. How to deal with a narcissist: eliminate all interactions and communication with them. Ha! Well, you haven't done that. Eliminate all interactions and communications with them. And if you must associate with them again, only respond with the point. Don't respond to abuse. If they go too far, get a restraining order. Oh, that's just hilarious. It's very challenging, but you have to be stronger than a narcissist to live in peace, and you need to have have internal peace. Do you have internal peace? Some people cannot control their narcissism behavior due to mental illness. I repeat that bit, narcissist person. Some people cannot control their narcissist behavior due to mental illness, which is not their fault. How a narcissist apologizes. Narcissists may have a hard time apologizing. If they do apologize, it's of insecure and unaccompanied by excuse or justification for their behavior. Okay, quite interesting actually. What do narcissists do every day? So I'm missing your comments. Sorry, guys. Not us. So this is more for children and stuff like that. Narcissist personality disorder is a personality disorder that can be effectively managed and with the right treatment. There you go, narcissist. You can actually get treatment to help you. You can. So anyway, my point is, guys, that we are a Defending Elvis Presley channel. Yeah, we defend Elvis every day, all day, 3 times a week, and this sort of weird situation with the narcissist is very extreme, and they just need help. Now, actually, Elvis Lover 67, I thought her questions were quite fair. I didn't have a problem with her, but we've obviously got the narcissist here watching us, and there's more narcissists watching us as well. I'm ready for questions, right, guys? But anyway, I do want to carry on finishing off what we were reading, but we've had our bit of fun, haven't we, guys? We've had our bit of fun. Let's have a look. I've got to find my blowing. Here we go. Right, guys, should we just carry on where we left off? Right, God, we've been on here for we've been on here 2 hours, so we've read a lot of it. There was one particular bit I did want to read. Let's have a look. Let's just find it, guys. Right, they talk about a bit of Priscilla's parents. I don't really need to read that. They talk a bit about Scientology. That's weird. The Scientology topic, which I do like to cover, isn't something we're going to cover now. Let's have a look. They talk about, all right, Hollywood producer financed several of Elvis's early films, was interested in signing Priscilla to a contract. Elvis, however, had no intention of allowing his wife to have a career of any kind. In his opinion, albeit a very common one at the time, a woman's place is in the home looking after the man. It was different times, guys. Let's have a look. A developer of the international fragrance in 1988. So it looks like she promoted a fragrance. I don't really want to read about that. They talk about Priscilla's, again, they're talking about Priscilla's history. But then it says, Elvis Presley, who had an interest in his daughter, in 1968-69, Priscilla's stepfather spent a year in Vietnam where he engaged in a third war. I didn't know that. That's interesting, but that isn't the bit I'm trying to read. I'm trying to get to the bit where she admits that Elvis was faithful. There's a bit here. Here we go. I think this is it. Guys, are we ready? Let me just check any more messages. Yeah, Tony, we send love and forgiveness. Tony, you're right. Stalker, we send you love and forgiveness. There's quite a few of you. We send you love and forgiveness. Thanks, Tony. You're right. We should. We pray for you. Right. I was so young and naive at the time. There was just no way I could have made a success of the marriage. I realized I couldn't give him the kind of adulation that he got from the fans, and he needed the adulation. Right, no, that we've read that. I want the bit where she admits. And let me I got a feeling I took a picture of it because it's not coming up. Let me see if I can find it, guys, because that's to me that's the important bit. Let me see if I can find it. Let's have a look. Here we are. Okay, guys. Elvis, right, are we ready? This is the whole point of our live. When I read this, really, we're gonna have to go quite soon. Elvis was faithful to me during our marriage. I cheated on him. He passed a lie detector test, and until he learned of my indiscretions, Elvis never cheated. Only after I left him, Elvis was a loving, sincere man who respected his home and family. His career took him away from us and being so young and naive, I thought wrongly that he just didn't care anymore. Had I known then what I do know now about this business, I would have been more patient and more able to help him. That's it. So I'm going to read that again. I think it's important because this was the whole point of why I read this. Elvis was faithful to me during our marriage. And I've always said this. When they got engaged, Elvis wanted to change his ways, be a good father, be a good husband. It was only after Priscilla was unfaithful with Steve Peck, the dance instructor, 6 to 8 weeks after Lisa Marie was born, that he changed. He went back to his old ways. So I've also always said that when Priscilla first moved over to Gracelands, Elvis lived a life of a single man. Elvis didn't want to settle down. It wasn't until he was in 1966 that he decided to become a faithful boyfriend. And I actually think that he still wasn't ready to settle down. Even then, I think it was under a lot of pressure from Priscilla's parents, from Vernon, from Colonel Tom Parker. So I want to read that bit again. Elvis was faithful to me during our marriage. I cheated on him. He passed a lie detector test, and until he learned of my indiscretions, Elvis never cheated. Only after I left him, Elvis was a loving, sincere man who respected his home and family. His career took him away from us, and being so young and naive, I thought wrongly that he didn't care anymore. Had I known what I do now about the business, I would have been more patient and more able to help him. So it's obvious that, I'm guessing that was in the 80s, that interview. It's obvious looking back on it, she probably now feels that she should have been faithful and not slept with Steve Peck, the dance instructor that she's admitted in the book, page 262. And then if she had been faithful then, I personally think Elvis would have been more loyal and faithful. But because she had broke the mold, broke the marriage with her behavior, it just got worse. And eventually there was a loveless marriage. I think Elvis loved her as the mother of Lisa. We know that she tried to get back with Elvis. Yeah, do we know that, guys? But he wasn't going to let her come back. And then you've got, she does it all again with Mike Stone, but this time the ultimate horribleness happens. She drags Lisa Marie with her to live with Mike Stone, the karate champion, and the reverberations and the knock-on effect, just how horrific that was for Lisa to be living with a complete stranger. And really after that, Lisa's life fell apart. I would say once Priscilla was unfaithful with Steve Peck in 1968, around March, I would say everything went wrong for poor Lisa Marie from then on. From then on, I think up until she was unfaithful with Steve Peck in 1968, I think Lisa Marie was having the perfect life. I think Lisa Marie was as happy as you could ever be. The minute she got dragged off to live with Mike Stone, the karate champion, from her father Elvis, from her home Gracelands, everything went wrong for her. This is why Lisa was such a damaged child. She was lovely, beautiful. She had a heart of gold. We all adore Lisa. Of course, we miss her. She was beautiful, stunning, and clever. She was a one-off. You could tell she was Elvis's daughter. But the damage that was done to that poor child around age 3, because Priscilla wanted to go and sleep with someone, is immeasurable. Immeasurable. So, well, quite an interesting live, guys. I do want to play you a couple of songs that were sent to me. I can see that the stalkers don't want to join in and ask questions. I can also see that this person has run away now. Bye. So what I want to do is, guys, is play some of Salvatore's songs. Salvatore, I'm playing this for you. I'm playing this for you. Right, now Salvatore, there's one I really like called Let It Be Me. I have to play that because it's one of my favorite songs. Let's have a look. Let me just find it. I've got to find it, guys, because Salvatore did send me quite a few songs. Salvatore, I hope you're better today. I hope you're okay. He was talking to me last night. He seemed really well. Let's have some look. I want to make sure I want to play the Let It Be Me one. Then there's a funny one where he gets... There we go. I love this song, guys. One to end on a happy note. But he sent me a few, but I gotta go. But I want to just play the funny one where his belt falls off and a couple of fans start trying to spin him round and put his belt back on. It's quite funny, and then we'll go, yeah. Baby. Love you. Woo-hoo. What are they doing to him? Oh, so funny. Guys, I'm out of here. See you guys. Yay, Salvatore, you're the best.